In the evening, Marek called Tessa, who was making some progress with the understanding of the virus. At that moment, a bunch of angry people broke into the hospital and started killing all the workers. When they surrounded Tessa, she threatened to break a test tube with the virus, but they didn't believe her and started beating her up while destroying her lab. Marek had to watch on the screen how Tessa was murdered without mercy. Meanwhile, Beatrice went to talk to Laura about keeping the population manageable for the sake of supplies. At that moment, she saw 513 on a calendar ad and told Laura 513 was the perfect number to keep the DNA on the island from being the same, claiming it was a calculation made by the local scientist. Laura was horrified because that would mean getting rid of half the island's citizens, so Beatrice threatened to kick her off if she didn't cooperate. But if Laura did help her, Beatrice would secretly give her all the medicine she needed for her diabetes. Laura had no choice but to agree. Sometime later, the tides dropped some infected bodies on the island, which were thrown out of the mainland. Laura and Beatrice took a sample of their blood and then visited a citizen to inject him with the infected blood while claiming it was protection against the virus. Later, the guy felt very sick and ran out of the house, only to drop dead in front of a bunch of people who took this as more proof of Beatrice's stories. Afterward, Marek started to test everyone on the island while Lola recorded everything as part of Beatrice's propaganda campaign. Marek and Laura tested all the blood and everyone came out clean. However, Beatrice marked half the island as infected. At first, Marek refused to be part of it, but Beatrice reminded him of Tessa and pointed out they had to stop the same from happening on the island. Marek gave in when Beatrice promised to give him the resources to develop a vaccine, guilting him into thinking about his son.